books along the road, just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all the smiling faces, gathered along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races. We went to bleeding races.
Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1962 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collingwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
Yes, people, welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again Sunday afternoon. Just got back from Pontypridd after a date with someone. And I've got Tony and I've got the lovely, the most talented lass, it's Grace. Afternoon, you two.
Afternoon, John. You all right? Afternoon, Grace.
Hi, guys. Hi. It's nice to be back. I'm sorry I missed last week.
No, it's absolutely fine, Pet. I mean, if you've got to work, you've got to work, haven't you? Sort of thing, you know. But we got to buy you for that as well. But it's good to see you guys back again. Tony as well, Grace as well, and the viewers. If you like the video, if you like what you see, please hit the like button. Also, have the honour to click on subscribe as well. It's growing every day. And if you like to super chat, then click on the $sign. Just give what the channel's worth. We're not going to push you at all whatsoever. And if you'd like to become a member, click on the join button. Just 99p. Not $4.99, not $9.99, 99p. That is all it is. It's a warm-up show. Game between Newcastle and Manchester City at St James's Park. And Tony, you got something to say before we start the show?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Yesterday, you may have seen a tweet that I've put out on Twitter last night. I'm personally saying I am absolutely fine. I'm getting a lot of people saying, are you all right? Are you all right? I'm absolutely fine. I put it out there because it was something I heard and saw, and it wasn't very nice. And at the end of the day, there is no room whatsoever for any racism, bully, trolling, anything whatsoever, even sexism. There's no room for any of that whatsoever. And it shouldn't be happening in this day and age, in the world we live in now. But unfortunately, there is a minority of people who still think it's funny to carry on being racist or whatever. So really, if you see anything like that anywhere on any social media platform, report it, because at the end of the day, that matters. We need to stamp this out, and it needs to be stamped out quickly. But unfortunately, we're going to get the mindless idiots who continue doing this. And I will call them idiots because that's exactly what they are. I could call them far worse, but I wouldn't do that on the platform. But all I'm saying is, if you say anything that is out of order, report it, because that's what needs to be done. It's the only way we can combat this at the end of the day. So that's all I wanted to say. But thank you very much, and let's enjoy the rest of the show.
Buddy, big up to you, my guy. Thank you so much. Grace, you second that, wouldn't you, Pet?
Oh, absolutely. There's absolutely no need. There's no need for racism, harassment, or anything. And if you do see something online that you do not like, you do not agree with, please report. It's the only way that these social media platforms are going to take that content down, take that whatever down, is if it's being reported. If it's being reported, so please do it, because there's just no need. We're here to support a football team. You know, that's what we're here to do, not to make remarks or whatever. But yeah, if you see anything, please do report it.
I have to agree, both of you. Yes, I agree with what you said, both. Thank you very much for letting us know. And I hope what you think of those comments in the chat, people, just let us know. We talk about it as well if you want to. That's cool. And it's been going around a lot, you know, and it's just absolutely shocking. Football should be for everybody. Football should be, it doesn't matter where you're from, what colour you are, whether you're black and white or purple or pink or orange or brown, whatever sort of thing. Look, football is for everybody, and everyone is in this generation as well. So if you've got anyone got any racism marks, anyone who's opposite yes, please report it. If you want to chat to us on a DM, Tony is open, Grace is open, I'm open as well. give us a chat. And if we want to talk about it, that is cool. And we are going to have a phone in at some stage. We are going to chat about that as well at that time. So anyway,
United as one, John.
United as one, exactly. And not Man United as one, but there you go.
No, definitely not Man United as one. United as one.
Grace thinks I'm a red still. You've been on the red, don't you?
Yeah, I've heard in the deeps of Twitter, you're secretly a Man United fan.
Are you?
You, my friend. You, my friend.
From the table as well. Still, let's just be on. We got a bit of that. Big up to Andrew, by the way. Good afternoon to you. Afternoon, Jason. Hope you came, my guy. Oh no, Tony Grace. Hope you're well. Alan T. Afternoon, John again. Hope it's going to be a cracking afternoon. Let's hope so. Let's beat them today. Afternoon, lads and Lust and Mark. Tony the Red. Mr. Sinclair, Grace, C, Gracie, G, and Tony. Big up to Danielle. Well said, Tony. Danielle, I had a message off Danielle yesterday, and she's correct. Big shout out to Leon Edwards, win the UFC welterweight title last night. Took a bit of a pundering, but not Usman in the last round. Hope we can do the same today. Can you imagine scoring in the 90th minute and then keep them quiet? Big up to Andrew again to Danielle. Everyone said I was Danielle, which is rightly so. And big up to Foxy as well. Leon Edwards from the neck of the woods, from town. And fair play to him. Shame AJ lost. He put a better performance yesterday. What are they going to? I joined late. Tony is just about people's being things happened yesterday, sort of thing, like the racial remarks sort of thing, which I'm not going to say. And say out to Tony and everyone as well. Rash day, big up. You all know John's a red. A red. Nah, not me. I think Grace's got a red top on the day. Good afternoon, John. Tony Grace, Tony to Trinity City. Come on. There's only one red here, and his name rhymes with Pony. and is it okay to slay Bruce? Stop it. Yeah, that's Steve Bruce. They won yesterday, didn't they? Whoopie.
Yeah, 5-2.
Yeah. Still, less than a boost, by the way. So today's game, right? We've got a game against Man City. As you know, Eddie Howe's record against Man City has been absolutely shocking. He's not even drawn against a Man City side, whoever that may be. Can he sort that out today? Can he stop the rot today?
He can do. There's no reason why not, Records are there to be broken, and I know it's not the greatest record to have, that he's got a bad result against Man City, but who knows? I mean, you go back to 3 years ago, we beat a good Man City team back then, 2-1 at St James's Park on a Wednesday night. Rondon scored and Richie scored from the penalty spot. So, repeat that today would be absolutely fantastic. So, no, there's no reason why Eddie Howe can't go out there. And do you know what? As long as they give it a go, let's give it a go. Don't be too open to City, because then you'll play right into their hands. But, but just go out there, be positive, and let's see how it goes. If you remember about 2 years ago, we played Chelsea at St James's Park on a Saturday evening, and Chelsea battered us all game, and Hayden popped up in the 93rd minute and scored the winner 1-0. So who knows? Could happen again today. So yeah, as long as we play well, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we go on to Grace, got one here from, to be fair, everyone's record is bad against City. We're talking about a manager against Man City, and his record, Eddie Howe's personal record against City hasn't been great. Lost every single game. Credit to Newcastle fans. As a young girl, and welcome to, what's your first name, by the way? Is it Leah? Is it Leanne Cookby? As a younger girl to matches with the lads from school, up to recent past, have never felt abused or marginalised. I think that's shocking, Grace. That. What do you think?
Yeah, I have never felt
being abused. Being abused is shocking.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have any abuse at all whatsoever. Leslie,
yeah. No, she absolutely shouldn't be. I think that people should just go to the match and enjoy yourselves, support your team, and come home. There's just no need for abuse or any sort of harassment or absolutely anything. She's saying that she was never abused. a few comments down.
Sorry about that, Leslie. Sorry, mate.
Leslie, I'm so glad you haven't. I'm so glad that
you've
beaten the matches. You've beaten the matches. You've gone with whoever, and you've enjoyed yourself. That's good. It's really, really good.
Big up to Leslie, by the way. I know she has a season ticket as well. The Mighty Toon cannot wait for bottom of Haaland today. We're going to talk about matchups in a bit. And Leslie, again, we're glad you haven't been abused, which is great. And we do like Leslie, by the way. Newcastle Lasses official in the league now. Tony, what do you make of that, my guy? Newcastle is official in the league.
That's excellent news, isn't it? At least, you know, the new owners have recognised the ladies' team, and rightly so, because at the end of the day, they're part of the club. Former owner didn't really take much notice of the ladies' team. Well, didn't take much notice of the men's team, if I'm honest. So he didn't take much notice of anything, did he? So even let the ground fall a bit. But no, that's absolutely brilliant news. And, onwards and upwards. And one day, hopefully, in that WSL.
Yeah, absolutely. Grace, I mean, you do a lot for women's football as well with Jade. And what's your take on that one?
I think it's absolutely amazing. It just shows you what these owners are coming to do. Not only in the development of the men's team, they've now moved on to the women's and put it all under one umbrella, which I think is absolutely amazing. The women's team have made quite a few signings, like in their summer transfer window. So and the women's team was only a point, I believe, behind being promoted last season. So absolutely massive things coming from the women's this year. Hopefully a promotion. They've got a new captain in. It's looking, do you know what? It's looking bright for the women's team, and it should after everything that's happening with the women's Euros. I think that more people will be watching women's football, and they've even got a sponsor on the shirt as well, which is a massive step for women's football. So the women's season, I believe their first match is today. So I mean, not only am I back in Newcastle to beat City, I'm back in the women as well.
Exactly. The women's football is here to stay, and I hope Newcastle Lasses get to the top flight one day, where you take on for like Sheffield United, City, Arsenal, Chelsea as well. It'd be nice to get Sam Kerr to play for Newcastle Lasses. Do you know what I mean? Pass away from Chelsea. That'd be amazing, dude.
Oh, it'd be absolutely amazing. But yeah, the Newcastle women's up and coming. So if anyone has a spare time to go check them out on Twitter, really do, because they're a massive up and coming team. And I think not only we support our men, we really support the women as well. Absolutely, totally agree. Well said, Grace. Well said. Early Klopp and Jose have good records against Bet. Big up to any Leicester fan as well. Unlucky yesterday. You're in serious trouble, by the way. Bottom three as well. Not good. The ladies team have their own sponsors on a Newcastle shirt for income away from the club. And got Amanda saying the women's team will win the Champions League in 5 years. They better have a lot of money. It'll take 4 years to get to the Super League. I wish them all the best on that as well. Get Alicia Lemons in. Alicia Lemons? Don't know who she is. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. Fair enough. To be honest, I'll stress in that Leicester skin. Rennie, I'll show you a young lad. Don't get stressed, mate. It's not great. Roger Suit. I know Newcastle Women signed a decent player last month. And you will if you Google as well. I will. I probably will know who it is. I think there's just that many names thrown about. There isn't there? I'll have a Google. I'll have a Google and I'll get back to you. Yeah, you do that, and we're good. So, Tony, I mean, the key areas today between Newcastle and Man City. For me, I'm gonna say Sven Botman if he is picked versus Erling Haaland. Yes, it will be. But I also think Dan Burn will help keep him quiet as well. It all depends on how Eddie Howe's going to play. I mean, I've got my formation and how I think he's going to play.
But we just got to see what formation he plays and who he decide. I mean, it might not just be one defender marking Haaland. It might be another, maybe two of them or the three of them if they play three at the back. But but not all marking them obviously at the same time, but different ones. I mean, a bit later on, I will pop up the formation on the screen when we go through all that. But I think Byrne will do a marking job on Haaland anyway, and if you can keep him quiet. But if it's not just him, you've got to keep quiet. It's the other 9 as well, because obviously I can't really. Well, I could see the goalkeeper. I can see another 10, and so you can see the goalkeeper because he'll lose his feet as well. But yeah, you've just got to keep the other 9 outfield players quiet as well as Haaland. So yeah, let's see, but don't obviously go and try to man mark too much, because then obviously that's when you're going to allow gaps for other players to get in, the likes of De Bruyne to pick his passes, or Cancelo, or Rodri. So yeah, but yeah, we should be all right as long as we keep him quiet. We should be all right, and De Bruyne obviously as well.
Yeah. I was still worried about De Bruyne as well. If you give the ball away to him and he gets that space, he would absolutely rifle one in. I still think he's the best midfielder in the country for me. Rodri, I think he's the best defensive midfielder in the country as well. Excuse me, if you know what I mean. Those two guys are absolutely brilliant. Botman will have Haaland in his back pocket. Carl, I hope you are correct. There was talk of 5 across the back. I can't see Eddie would take this game to shitey. That's a mark. I got one here from Ronsong as well. Wilson cannot score the last match. Okay, I'm not deluded, just ridiculously optimistic. That's in Cole. John, if there is a centre-back CDM can stop Haaland, that's Alvarez. And from Ajax, he's blocked him out 2 times when Ajax knocked Dortmund out. I mean, Alvarez, if you talk about Alvarez and Man City, that's one I know. And also, you talked about Alvarez on... Go on, Tony.
That Alvarez, he's a Mexican at Ajax, who we're actually linked with, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're going to bring him in, I think you got to change formation. I mean, he'd be better off in a 4-2-3-1. And if that is the case, then it'd be interesting. Is he attacking midfielder or is he a CDM?
He plays more centre back, and I think he plays more centre back, John. I will check that out. I'll check that out while we're on anyway.
Please do. I heard of the name, but I don't know position, so I should know that, shouldn't I? As a podcast, I should know better. I should be sacked. I hope he does the experiment of 5 at the back and invite them onto us. We get annihilated. Fight fire. Even though that saying makes 0 sense for me personally, Grace, I'd just stick to what we know, 4-3-3. If you change to a 5-4-1 or 5-2-3, 5-3-2, we're going to get slaughtered.
I just think we've been playing quite well in the formation that we have. I kind of see Eddie Howe changing up. That's what he likes, and he knows that's what works for all our players. So I kind of see him changing that up. I think with City's a strong team. They're an absolute unit there. So I think for me today, as long as the lads go out, they try, we try and drive the ball forward, we do some good defending. I'm honestly happy as long as we don't get absolutely slaughtered like we did last time, 5-0. I'm happy with that because City is just that much of a good team. So for me, I think as long as we go out and we don't get beaten as much as what we did last time, that's good for me. But, records, like Tony said, records are to be broken. You never know. We have the 12th man there. We're in St. James's Park. The place going to be absolutely buzzing. Them players are going to be on cloud 9. So you never know.
Absolutely. We need to beat, if you could beat Man City, then we're just going to put down an absolute statement to say that we're going to be in the title. I tell you what, if we beat Man City, we'll be in a title race. I truly believe we'll be in a title race if we beat Man City. Then, because we've got Wolves next, that's a winnable game for me. And Liverpool, that's going to be extremely tough. Alvarez to CDM, our season is also sent back needed, as Tony said as well. Brighton will go up, by the way, from McAllister. Wrestlers having a poor start, by the way. I can't lie. Also, we pulled a third 30 million bid for Bedwell, the deal. That's an Ian. We're coming to him in a bit. Are you guys linked with Scott McTominay for Man United? Now, would you take Scott McTominay?
Good God.
I've looked. It's Edson Alvarez. His name is.
Who?
John Edson Alvarez. Hang on, I'll share it on screen a moment.
Edson Alvarez.
We'll have a quick look at him. Right, see that now, John?
Yeah, Edson Alvarez.
So he's a 24-year-old Mexican, 6'1", right-footed. He can play defensive right, defensive centre, defense midfield, and midfield centre. He's got no outstanding weaknesses, and his strengths are positioning and aerial duels. So this is just this season's heat map. I'll put last season's on because that's more of a. I mean, his average rating's about 7 per game, but on his heat map there, as you can see, a lot of that's played around the middle area there. Does obviously track back as well, and he can get in forward positions as well. So for last year, started 28 out of 31 games, scored 5 goals and assisted 1. So as a CDM, that isn't too bad, really. But that's 5 extra goals you'd get a season out of somebody. But yeah, so if we are linked and we are interested in him, then yeah, not a bad player, really, to be honest with you there.
Yeah,
and he missed 1 big chance all season compared to one missing 9. So yeah, there you go.
I think he sounds a decent prospect, this guy. Do you know what I mean? I think, like, look, I never watched him play, but if Eddie thinks he's good enough, then he's good enough for me. And I think that'd be brilliant. Thanks, Tony, mates. And as Edson Alvarez. Yeah. And would you take him? Do a transfer. Go on, guys.
No, I was going to say, he looks decent. He looks like a decent player. Yeah. Take and come and join Eddie Howe.
Yeah, come and join the Eddie Howe revolution, man. I was on Tynestar's live interview, right, a couple of weeks ago, and I know the consoles again, people call me a legend. People say you gotta love John. People say that, oh man, John, you don't know how massive he is, man. But hey ho. There you go. Agree with Grace. I'll literally dread this fixture. As long as you don't get royally spanked, I'll be happy. Also, if Grealish gets crunched as well. So go on, Miggy. Crunch him there. And 200 there from Andrew. Alvarez signed for Ajax 3 year ago. And 2 each today's game. Don't get carried away, John. We find it harder to get goals, remember? I'll not say carried away, but if you go from January, who will be top 4? And John, there's no federal news on Sky. And maybe we could get loaned over to 1 game flying over for this game. And I hope we don't go with him. Like I said, he looked up on Shelby's replacement as a holding CDM. Mark's here. I think it's great test. And personally, I think we're on a game that will scare the crap out of them. If we do lose, they will know they had a game. I mean, if we get close to them, brilliant. Alvarez, good work rate, good aerial, but not fantastic on the ball. Improving every year. Shelby technically better. So Shelby thinks Shelby's better, technically better. John, just watched him in the World Cup for Mexico. Of course, we needed to try get him before the World Cup. I'm disappointed to play against Southampton. I would be as well. And agree with your McTominay thoughts. The kid can be a bit nasty. He's average. Played in a poor team, which makes him look better than he really is. 2, I hope we don't entertain the guy. And so it's going to be a big no then for everyone for Scott McTominay. Definite no.
Yeah,
I don't want him, John.
Really like him.
Don't rate him.
Never so. Don't rate him. Oh, he should have got sent off from Brian anyway. That's another day. So we've got to look up front. I mean, Callum Wilson's got to work hard on his own today. And he's got to face Man City's back 4 that don't give very much away. I mean, Grace, how do you think he'll do today? And will he get the service from ASM and Miggy?
I think this ASM has a lot to bring today after their stats against Brighton last week. They weren't very good. His giving the ball away, his overall stats weren't very good. So I think he's going to have to come out and bring something and hopefully deliver into Callum Wilson today. Man City's back line is strong, really strong. They don't give a lot away. However, Callum Wilson's, I was going to say a slippery snake, but that is absolutely he'll be able to slide in there. If the ball's delivered, he'll be able to slide in there and score. He has that quality about him. So, yeah.
That's the thing. Tony, ASM, we know ASM's a great player, right? When he's on it, yeah. But Carl and Patrick said the other night, that he needs to play football and play the best of his ability and stop being on FIFA. And I think they're right, but we need, he says he wants to play in the World Cup in the future years. This is his chance now. He's got to step up to the mark now.
Yeah, absolutely, John. He's got better players in the team with him now, so he's got no excuse to hold on the ball. That's the only thing he does. I've seen a bit of improvement already in the last two games where he's sort of, especially the first game more than anything, where he's starting to pass the ball now. So now he's realizing to let go of the ball, because sometimes he was holding on to the ball far too long, and then defenders were getting back and they were robbing the ball off him. And when they're surrounding him and they're getting the ball back, so. I think this season he started off a bit better where he's actually passing it more now. If we can see a consistent ESM week in, week out, and he's playing at the top of his game, then there's no reason why he can't make the World Cup squad. But he'll only make that squad, A, if he's consistent, and B, he's doing all the right things. But unless he does that, he's never going to get in the French squad for this, definitely not for this year's World Cup. And then he might struggle to get in the next World Cup squad because you're talking another 4 year away after that. So by then he'll be 29. So, he's now got to really step up. And that should be in the back of his mind thinking, if I actually play well and do well, then I can force Didier Deschamps' hand to say, look, I need to be in that French team. I need to be in there, in that. I deserve to be in that 26, because I think it's a 26-man squad you can have this year at the World Cup. So
yeah,
he needs to think that he can get in that 26, but he's got to prove it. He's got to start proving it on the pitch. This is the same guy who wants to win a Ballon d'Or. If he wants to win a Ballon d'Or, he needs to improve and he needs to show that he can win a Ballon d'Or. But until he does that, he ain't going to win a Ballon d'Or, that's for sure. So he needs to really improve his game. As I've always said, this is a big season for him now that we've got better players in. And we will still bring better, we're going to bring other players in as well. So he needs to start up in his game, I think, a bit more now. I think if, say, for instance, he doesn't have a great game today, say we sign another player or we've got somebody on the bench who can take over at left wing, I would say next week, if he doesn't have a great game today, put him on the bench next week and play whoever can play up left wing, and then just say, right, okay, you've had your chances, you're now on the bench. And then when he gets his turn to come back in, he may think, oh, hang on, I don't want to be on that bench anymore. So then he'll up his game. So, but he shouldn't need that motivation. He should go out there in front of 52,000. That's enough motivation for him to up his game.
Yeah, I thought it's a fair comment there, Tony. It's a fair comment. And it's his chance now. He's got to deliver. He did against Man U last season, but don't forget, that's a poor United team. Anyway, another issue with Alvarez, he's not the fastest, but can get away with it when you have good position, Busquets style of play. And Mark, just noticed, not many hit the like button. Come on, show your support. Thank you for that, Mark. If you do like the video, like what you see, 48 people watching live, please smash the like button. It's just only goes to the channel better and better. Hit the subscribe button as well if you are new and you're enjoying the show. Please also follow Tony on TonyTooney31 and also for Grace G_Thompson X, and she is also on what's it? I'll call you what's date as well. Is that game 2 or something?
It's NE_1. That's where her game tunes on.
Anyone TV.
Yes, that's it.
Anyone
That's
TV.
it. I love how John knows what my channel more than what I do.
Yay! There you go. And she still thinks I'm a flimming red. Nice. We all love you. Please. Until it's said by Keith on Sky, it's rumours. Seeing that he's the only man Newcastle has contact with yet. I only agree with a few people. And that's Carl. Did you see Ace in an interview on Newcastle Fans TV? I've been on there twice or 3 times. Great
John,
guy.
sorry. Yeah, just to let you know, Leeds are 1-0 up against Chelsea. Aronson scored. Absolute howler from Mendy. Absolute howler. He tried to take the ball out with his feet and knocked it onto Aronson, who just popped it in the back of the net. So a howler from the Chelsea keeper.
Deary me. That's not
so
good.
1-0 Leeds.
Yeah,
It's 1-0. I was just going to say it's 1-0 at Brighton as well.
Brighton.
Sorry, 1-0 at West Ham. I can't even speak.
Wow.
Brighton and beating West Ham 1-0.
Scored by McAllister, by the way, former Boca Juniors midfielder. He said, I'm learning to pass more. He needs to. I've noticed he's tracking back as well, which is good. And he wants to win the Champions League with Newcastle. We're good luck on that. It ain't going to happen anytime soon. Let's see have a Real Madrid type defenders at the back. With Kingsley Coman and Lima, Mars had a saying he would never get in the French team. And by that time, he would get in the top 4. ASM would never get a Ballon d'Or. Never. Excuse me. And that's not good. Also, Kukuku as well for Leipzig can play on that side as well. Yeah, these just scored. Mendy Hula. Right, top raw Tony. Seth, I hope you're awake, my guy. Will be okay. Just like it, John. Good blood, guys. Thank you very much indeed. If Jag can like it, I'm sure others can. The 48 odd people watching live. Hope Alberton scored for my FPL. And there you go. And I was going to say, the midfield's going to be key as well, Grace. Joel Linton and Bruno in the midfield alongside. It could be Willock. It could be Longstaff. I mean, you got to get into Rodri's face today for straight their midfield. Joel Linton can do it. However, he's got to calm himself down because his temperament now is clearly showing, and he needs to calm it down a bit because, in my opinion, he was lucky to get booked.
Yeah, he is. I don't know what's going on with Joel Linton. I really don't, because he's very, very hot-headed at the minute. Some of his tackles he's been doing, and I think he just needs to, we know Man City are going to come out. They're going to come out strong. They're going to come back and come out, trying to drive the ball forward. I think everyone just needs to keep the head, keep the calm, But it'd be interesting to see who he. Well, I say it'd be interesting who he puts in the middle. It'd probably be Joe Willock again, more because that's who he has been going with.
Yeah, you got to persevere with him. Go on.
No, I think I'm dying to see. Honestly, I'm dying to see Elliot Anderson. I'm dying to see him come on. He hasn't. He had such a good pre-season, and I thought, he might be. He get a bit more game time, but he just hasn't. So I'm hoping he comes on and gets a chance.
Yeah,
because he'll drive the ball forward. He's a strong unit I have in the middle. I don't think he'll start, but I'd like to see him come on.
Yeah, fair enough. 2-0 to Leeds there. 2-0 to Leeds.
Rodrigo,
he's on fire, isn't he? Rodrigo, he's on fire. He is. Big up to him, by the way. And just going back to FIFA as well, you know why Leeds are doing so well? The Leeds manager has gone and bought some old Salzburg kids, John. He has some talented players before Sinisteria is there too. That kid, we could do him. I would have been happy signing this kid to challenge ASM and break into that team. Make it a barn door. Also, we'll find it hard to hit. Yes. True with Joe's temperament, we need full-on hook smash mode today. And 2-0 to Leeds. John is good again. John, KDB, we need to worry about. Grealish is an easy player to mark. Is he easy to mark, Tony? Grealish?
Well, don't know, because he can get all over the place, can't he? But just hopefully Almiron doesn't go in too hard on him today, because we don't want him getting sent off, with what Grealish said about Almiron. But, that's if he starts. I've got a feeling Grealish might not start this game with what's happened. But I tell you now, if he starts that game, Grealish, every time he touches that ball, he's going to know about it because the fans are going to be on his back every time he's touching that ball. He's going to get some stick all day. So, yeah, as long as we'll keep him quiet, I'm sure we can. But I mean, if the fans get on his back, he might not like that. So he might start making mistakes. Who knows? So let's see.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm sure Jordan will look for him anywhere. His big bro. Tilo to Leeds, that's in Hasey. Please, Hasey, I think it's your first time. Please hit the like the subscribe button as well, please, if you can. That'd be brilliant. Thank you. But Elliot answers right by nature, John. So why isn't he playing instead of Miggy? That's a fair comment. Let's go. I'd like to see Elliot Anderson start as well in some games. I was playing poker in the North Shields yesterday, and Longstars were there. They were playing. We shared a venue at the North Shields youth teams. They were supporting them. Absolutely. A good football club, North Shields, by the way. Fantastic club. 14 to 20 stands very surprising. So Manus, Everton, Fulham, Forest, Leeds, Brighton are doing well. Grealish is saying for a hell of a welcome, if he gets fit. Are we playing a back three today? We'll see what happens by 3:30. Chelsea losing the plot and also losing again by 2-0. Great header by Lees. Amilon scoring on winner. Selling Sterling, they don't have a choice but to play Grealish. Bernardo's a bench player, and own goal from Grealish as well from Leslie as well.
I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that.
Yeah. Rodriguez was another goal from Hot Rod. That's what I've got to call him, Hot Rod. Yeah, I mean, we've got to our Bruno as well, and we are going to talk about Grace. I don't know if you heard in the news a couple of days ago that Real Madrid are after him.
Yeah, they're not
going to.
They're not. Like, I'm sorry, but like, didn't you think of Bruno's personal life? He's flew his full family over from France over here. His girlfriend's having a baby. Do you honestly think that man is going to pick up everything? His heavily pregnant girlfriend, and then suddenly move them all to Spain? Like, it's just, no matter what money, I don't think he's not that type of bloke. To not only like to do that, he's not going to pick his full family up and ship them to Spain in like 6 months of being here. And I just don't think that what examples that going to set from the owners. Oh, we bought Bruno, he's served us, and now we're selling them for double the price. That's not what I don't think the owners are for about anyway. But yeah, hasn't his agent come out and said that he's not going anywhere? Yeah,
he did.
He wasn't going anywhere for me. Like, he's not going to ship his family 6 months to one country to ship them 6 months later to another one when his girlfriend's having a baby. Absolutely not.
He's reporting this anyway. He's making these rumours up, by the way. Whoever it is, should be hung, drawn, and quartered. You know what I mean? Real talk, man. And this comment there from Ian as well. If Casemiro is worth 60 mil, Bruno is worth like 300 mil, Tony. What do you think?
Well, yeah, if Casemiro, a 30-year-old's worth 60 million, then yeah, Bruno's worth a lot more than that, yeah.
I tell you what, he's got to be that sort of thing. It's as simple as that. And you know what it is, right? Bruno loves Newcastle, and that's it. It's that desperate signing, do you think? 60 million plus 10 million on adults on top. Do you think Real Madrid, Grace, are laughing, do you think?
Oh, yeah.
They're laughing.
They're laughing. They're absolutely laughing.
They must be zipping into their Spanish wines and all the finest wine in the world. I know that is not a bad thing to say, but it's just a fantastic sort of thing. You know what I mean? All the Spanish wines and all that. They can improve the stadium as well. It needs to be. They got 2 young kids as well. Like Viva said, John Real Madrid's bought Chuchamani for over 100 mil. They got Camavinga, so they don't need Bruno. They also have Valverde as well. Valverde speaks perfectly good English, by the way, as
John.
well. Tony.
Yeah, have you seen Sky have moved Man United's game tomorrow night from Sky Sports? Apparently, people want to have a good laugh, so they're moving it to Comedy Central.
Hey! Lovely. That is brilliant, man. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Big up for that one, too. That's a brilliant one. That should be on social media. And, so Casemiro's got his payday. If he relaxes and drops the performance, I would not be surprised. would you, Tony, be surprised if he can relax, drop his performance?
Do you know what? I wouldn't be. So I think it's just ridiculous. I mean, he's 30-year-old. He's signed a 4-year deal. He's on £400,000 a week. They've doubled his wages at Man United. Do you know what? If I'm not being funny, what if he plays his first game and he gets an injury and he's out for the season? That's 60 million just poured down the drain. You know, it's 60 million. I'm not being funny. If they wanted to pay 60 million, you know, Leicester wants 60 million for Maddison. 5 years younger, Premier League ready. Casemiro's not Premier League experience, and yeah, he might be a good player in Spain, but Spain is a far different league to the Premier League, and he's going to find it tough. And the thing is, Ten Hag's probably not the sort of manager like Eddie Howe is, where he let Bruno sit on the bench for a few games, for 5-6 games, to get the speed of the Premier League and then unleash him. But Ten Hag will throw him straight in the team. I mean, he can't play tomorrow. He's not eligible tomorrow, but for the next game, he'll be thrown straight in, and he's going to be a marked man, and he's going to find out how tough the Premier League is. So, do you know what? It's just another case of just sitting back and having another laugh at Man United because another player they're wasting money on. You know, and do you know what the funny thing is? Some of their fans are fickle, John, and I'm not talking about Macy. So if Macy's on, I'm sorry, Macy, but I don't mean you as such. But a lot of their fans who wanted the Glazers out, now all of a sudden the poll has sort of dropped now, and it's only 46% of the fans want them out because of saying Casemiro. How fickle is that?
You either Glazer in or Glazer out. You just don't flip and flop. Do not ever flip and flop. It's like Ashley. We always want a mute. Yeah? And that's as simple as that. So that's what you want to back you. You want to back your orders, you carry on. But don't flip and flop. Simple as that. If you don't hold someone to promise, we gave Bruno, he might go, but it won't be this or January, in my opinion. He's not going to go anywhere, mate. He's not going anywhere, Jules, my guy. So, you know, I think it'd be fine. Got to go. Sorry. Bye. That's what you have a good day. Enjoy the match, mate. Ten Hag has been given an extra 300 million to spend, apparently. That's from Ian. Desperate, maybe? And Bruno started in Spain and reported in Brazil. Well, you can tell River's done it in Brazil. He ain't going nowhere. Absolutely no chance. And big up to Finton, Toon, and to about here. So you don't want to lose Bruno, but Real Madrid and Barca and every single Latin American player has grown up as the stream one day playing on this teams. Basically, they cannot say no to these teams, Grace.
Yeah, I think they don't get us wrong. I think that, you know, if one day he might want to go there himself. That might be his dream to play for Barcelona or, you know, play for, I know, PSG, for example. You know, the big clubs are so, like, young lads, you know, his dreams to play there. But at this moment in time, Bruno's not going anywhere. He's just getting himself established in the Premier League. He hasn't even had a full season in the Premier League. He ain't going to suddenly get up and go to there. Maybe one day. We've seen how much of a quality player he is now at the age he is. He has so much time for development and, you know, everything else that, yeah, one day he might go there. We probably will make money on him, but just not yet. I think everyone just needs to, like, chill out a bit. He's not going anywhere.
Exactly. Apparently, it's ridiculous, man. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, look, they've probably one day they will, but I think we're just going to keep on and on and on every single season. But we're going to hold firm. We don't need the money. You've got the richest owners in the world. So you don't need the money.
And the most important thing is he doesn't have any clauses in his contract. Even Eddie Howe said that he's got no escape clauses, so he can't leave at any point. So they would have to pay big money to take him. So Newcastle hold the cards on this one. We've got all the aces in the pack where Madrid haven't. But, you know, the thing is, like Eddie Howe says, Bruno can achieve everything he wants to achieve, because, you know, we're going to have that sort of team eventually. Yeah. And, and like Eddie Howe said, Bruno came when we were in the bottom three. He didn't have to. He could have gone to wherever he wanted because there was plenty of clubs for him. But he chose us.
Absolutely.
And he's happy here. So I can't see him wanting to go anywhere. And Bruno's not the type to make noises like that anyway. And he's here for the long term, I'm sorry. And not every player wants to go and play for Real Madrid and Barcelona. If you're winning stuff in over here. You're not going to go, oh, well, I just want to go over there. I mean, Marnie has won a lot with Liverpool, and he's done the opposite and gone to Germany to finish his career at Bayern Munich. So, not every player wants to go to Real Madrid.
Exactly.
And Barcelona's not the big pull now they used to be because they're in so much debt, aren't they?
Exactly. But you can still pull players like Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Koundé as well. And they can still do that. But how are they going to do it? How do they make the money? I don't know. But selling their TV rights as well. But they find ways to get the money. So there you go. Apparently, it could rise to 70 mil with add-ons. And Casemiro, Fox is saying, you have to suspect Casemiro's name, to be fair, won everything in the game. And it's the reason why Bruno cannot get a start from Brazil. He's basically saying that Bruno can't get in the Brazilian national team because Casemiro is in his way. And what's what with Tommy rumours, he ain't coming, mate. He's definitely not coming. Because you know why? Because he is not good enough. Simple as that. Mundo. Okay. Man, you should try and get Cantona good again. They seem to go dramatic at the minute. And also, it's a time. Ian Master said that United's retirement home for clubs as well. You can question 80% of transfers today's game. It's well and achieved out where Bruno has an Astafats. They always buy big, obviously names for huge fees and wages not up to uncommon players. That suits a system. They never learn. And it is true. Big up to Staffy. Hope you're okay, mate. Bruno isn't daft. He could be a star here and possibly a bit popular for Madrid. What if he left and we get to the point where we're beating the likes of Madrid and he sat on the bench? And that's better. He came when it was our lowest. I'm sure he wants to see the end product. And let's go through some more comments before we go on to. I want to ask you guys, how much money enough would you sell Bruno, Tony? I wouldn't put a price on him, mate.
I wouldn't. I'm not being funny. If Neymar can move for 198 million, then Bruno's got to be worth around that. At least 200 million plus, but you can't put a price on him. And I want to see him win things here at Newcastle and succeed here. And he will succeed here. And he will win things with us.
Without a doubt. And what about you, Grace?
Yeah, I think about, I'll say like 150 or something. He ain't going, you're not having him. You ain't having him. Doesn't matter how much he's going to be worth. He ain't coming. He ain't going anywhere. He's gonna stay with us and win Champions League and whatever he wants to win, because he has the ability to do it and get him some good players around him and develop that squad. They'll definitely do it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get more players coming in. Go on, Tony.
Yeah, and also, if you remember, I mean, do you know who the last player was to leave Newcastle for Real Madrid, John?
Jonathan Woodgate.
Woodgate, yeah. And at the time, if you remember, a lot of fans were upset when Bobby Robson sold him. But you know what? It was the right thing to do, because how much did he play for Madrid? He was always injured quite a lot, wasn't he? So it worked out well. We got good money for him, and he didn't play a lot for Madrid. So in a sense, it was good business. Yes, he was a great defender when he was fit. Yeah. And Madrid got the worst of him because he wasn't fit that much, was he? So
no.
Bobby Robson was proved right.
I think he was right. I mean, Bobby Robson gets rid of a play when it's right for him. It's as simple as that. And that way, I mean, look, he is smart. He's very, very smart. Simple as that. And he scored an own goal in his first game. He could have got roosted, but Real Madrid right behind. They like Jonathan Woodgate. They do like him. They really, really do. And yeah, so we win things with Dan Wright. And can't see Bruno. We can sell Bruno. We don't have time to get anyone near his talent and ability. Exactly. Leeds smashing Chelsea 2-0. Chelsea 2-0. We should go all out and sign Jack Harrison. He wants to stay at Leeds, mate. He's staying at Leeds now. And yes, Bruno, 150 mil. How much is Willock's worth in your heart?
Yeah, Willock's a good 200 mil, 250.
And that's the colour of your money. That's the colour of the money. And I can't decide. I have either time reach or chocolate Vicky. Pre-match build-up threat. Hi, Grace. Aston Sefton.
Hi. Time out all day.
Exactly.
Did a chocolate biscuit. Time out. It's longer. It's a bigger biscuit.
Yay! Brilliant stuff. Right, so before we let you go, we're going to wrap up there because I know Grace wants to leave about 3 weeks, but so we'll do backstage right quickly. So it's all good, by the way. And Tony as well. So we know your prediction, Tony. Grace, if you just give us the scoreline today, how do you think this game is going to go, and what do you expect from us today?
Right, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I'm gonna be say 4-2. Right, I think this 4-2 Man City. I think the Man City's they're gonna win. They're gonna come out fighting, but I'd like to see us stand our ground, and see if we can get two goals. And I think Callum Wilson didn't score last week, so he's going to be hungry for it for me. Yeah, I think that we go out fighting, we work hard, we try hard. I'm more than happy with that. We write Man United. Oh my God, you've got me saying Man United because of all that. We go out, we write Man City off, and move on to the next game. For me.
Yeah, fair enough. 4-2 to Man City for Grace. You're saying 1 each, Tony, and you're standing by that.
I am.
I'm going to say 3-1 to Man City as well because I think they're going to be too strong for us as well. But if we go in half time, we've got a great chance. But we got to start well. We really got to start well as well. Talk about chocolates now. Starbucks.
Sorry, that's not a
Bless. Anything above zeros today is a massive bonus, and Aston Cow. Exactly. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go from 3-1, like I said. So if you do like the video, I was going to say, could tell us what you can find on your socials, please, Grace, before.
Yeah, I am J_Thompson on Twitter, Instagram, and if you follow me, I'll more than happily follow you back. Oh yeah.
Brilliant stuff. And Tony, where can you find you, mate? Obviously, it's on there.
Yeah, Twitter down there at TonyTony31. Give me a follow, and I'll follow you back.
Beautiful stuff. Go for these comments as well. I would take a draw, but would it be nice? Non. And big up to Rachel. She's lovely, isn't she? Good afternoon, everyone. A real lads. Afternoon to Rachel. Where have you been? We have missed you, by the way, and I hope you're okay. We played 4-5-1, same as Chelsea game last season. We lost by 0.25. Might even beat them as 1-0. 1 each for EATs. Come for the time out. Enjoy your day, everyone. 3-2 into Newcastle. Sefton, you do as well, mate. Followed you all. Sounded creepier than I intended. Oh, man. Bless him. So, guys, thanks so much. We're going to do the match reaction to 7:15 tonight. I'm happy 7:15. I'll do the thumbnail for that. And thanks so much for joining. I'll run you guys backstage very, very quickly. Guys, if you like the video, like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, super chat options are there. Also, membership is there as well for 99p. Not $4.99, not $8.99, 99p. That's all it is. And thanks for joining. And I shall be back at 7:15 for the match reaction show. And until then, I shall see you guys in a bit. Until then, it's a bye for now and enjoy the game.
Bye.
Bye.